Hello friends, this is Lada and I welcome you at new webinar 19, Lukashenko Conundrum and the West's Ice War against Belarus. And this is the second installment of my new Series 5 of Earthshift webinars. In this webinar, boy, do I have material for you. We will be discussing Lukashenko and little Belarus, but little do people know that that little Belarus with its tiny economy plays a major role in Eurasia. It also plays a major role in the Great Rebalancing. It plays a major role as part of the Earthshift, and it serves as part of the grand armchair of Eurasia. And I will tell you all about the grand armchair of Eurasia, how it works, how this arrangement around Russia is constructed, and why it's so important for the Earthshift and Great Rebalancing. So without further ado, let me just give you a few tips here. I have so much intel, and you will feel like you're in the midst of a thriller. It is part geopolitical and part cloak and dagger. And we have several parts to our cloak and dagger operations, spy operations here. And I will tell you all the ins and outs. And I will also explain to you whether Lukashenko is really a dictator, the last dictator of Europe as he is being called, or he is the savior of Belarus and possibly of the entire Russian world, or at least part of the Russian world that is instrumental in the Great Earthshift and Great Rebalancing. Pull up your chairs and let's talk about Lukashenko, Belarus, the recent color revolution, the elections of 2020, why Lukashenko made so many mistakes, how he tried to put a rift between Russia and Belarus and pull Belarus away from Russia through the so-called multi-vector policies, how all of this failed, why it failed, how Putin played his brilliant game, how the Russian government turned everything around in terms of Belarus, how Ryan Air plane was grounded in Belarus and oppositioner Protasevich was arrested, how 33 Russian bogatirs, how they were attempted to be arrested in Ukraine, and how CIA and SBU operation failed and why it failed. Who saved Russia and Belarus? Who is instrumental in directing this flow of events, and how this flow of events ultimately benefits Russia and of course Belarus. Will Belarus soon recognize Crimea and Donbass? How the integration between Russia and Belarus is going now after the game has changed, when it seemed almost dead in the water just less than a year ago. Why there is suddenly such a boost to reintegration of Russia and Belarus. And also I will give you my conclusions and predictions and the real role of Belarus as part of the grand armchair of Eurasia, what role it plays, why it's important, why it's such a tiny, small country with small population, small economy, why it plays a crucial role in this part of the world and for the world as a whole. This information is not available in the West and most of the world at all. And even where it's available in Russia and Belarus, a lot of this information is misinterpreted, screwed up, and largely misunderstood. Without further ado, let's begin.